been traveling around on tour playing shows with my band mates Mike Watson and my son Rio. And we're on tour with Brooke Pridemore. And we're gonna play 7 quick songs. Kind of a low-key set for us. It's the daytime. We're in a barn, and it just feels like I don't want to be too rowdy. But we're going to start with a song we haven't played in a while called Alone When I Die. This used to be my favorite song for a while. And then I wrote a couple songs I like better. I can see the sun in the corner of my eyes. I can see the sun in the corner of my eyes, and that's you. Should have seen that too. I can see the changes in the corner of your eye. I can see the changes in the corner of your eyes, and that's you. Never see them too. And I can see your ghost in the corner of my eye. I can see your ghost in the corner of my eyes, and that's you. Should have been here too. And I could be the pain in the corner of my eye. I could be the pain in the corner of my eye. Gonna share with you. I can feel the freedom, baby, alone when I die. I can feel the freedom, baby, alone when I die. And that's true. Feel afraid, so. And I can feel the freedom, baby, alone when I die. I can feel the freedom, baby, alone when I die. And that's true. Gonna die alone, so. And I can feel the sweat from the sting in my eyes. I can feel the sweat from the sting in my eyes, and that's sure. Never feel that sure. And I can feel them burn from the flame in your eyes. I can feel them burn from the flame in your eyes, and that's sure. No, I feel your pain, sure. Sad and we're all gonna die. I can feel the sad and we're all gonna die. That's sure. You're gonna die, sure. And I can feel the freedom, baby, alone when I die. I can feel the freedom, baby, alone when I die. That's sure. You can feel afraid, sure. And I can feel the freedom, baby, alone when I die. I can feel the freedom, baby, alone when I die. And that's sure. You're gonna die alone. I can see the sun in the corner of my eyes. I can see the sun in the corner of my eyes, and that's sure. Should have seen that too. can see changes in the corner of your eye. I can see changes in the corner of your eyes, and that's your. Never see them, sure. And I can see your ghost in the corner of my eye. I can see your ghost in the corner of my eyes, and that's. You should have been here. And I can feel the pain in the corner of my eye. I can feel the pain in the corner of my eye. I'm gonna share with you. I can feel the freedom, be alone when I die. I can feel the freedom, be alone when I die. And that's sure. You feel afraid, sure. And I can feel the freedom, be alone when I die. I can feel the freedom, be alone when I die. I don't want to. Wanna grow old with you. We played that one in a while, and it felt really good to do that. So thank you very, very much. So we'll just keep playing a few more songs. Walk into the kitchen, your red-blooded pulse on the floor. You scream at me that you don't need me anymore. From your magenta lips, you send me through the door, and you repeat that you don't love me anymore. No, you don't mean it. Just need a little break. Some doctors and some medicine, some fresh air and some flowers, some time away from everything. No, I'll wait here for hours for you to ever. You to get better and come home.
Get it right. Take your time.
Gotta get it right.
Okay.
Took a picture of that boy. He told me it was me. Said hide that thing away. Said, I don't wanna see. It's in the picture of that boy. I figured out was me. There's something in that picture that I don't wanna see. Gave the picture to that boy. He told me it was me. Said, I'm ready to see what the world thinks of that boy. I figured out it's me. There's something in that picture I don't wanna see. Okay, one more really sad one, and then we'll pick it up a little bit. We all get hurt and you took it out on me, and I took it out on you, and we found way to be unhappy. We've been everywhere you went. Think we'd take the time to be a little more patient and kind, but we found a way to be unhappy. I still
love you even though put it on me. And put it on you. And we pissed away our chance to really be happy. Thank you very, very much. We're going to be a little less melancholy, just slightly. What song are we? Thinking about drinking? Thinking about drinking again. Misses me more than I miss you. What could I possibly do? Have a drink with you. Chest pains are getting worse again. Teeth are rotting out of my head. Everybody thinks that I'm a piece of work. And I'm thinking about drinking again. I woke up with this broken jaw the world gave to me. I still love you. Do you still love me? I imagine nothing's more sad than being in love with me. I'll probably break you when I die suddenly. So it's best to never ever fall in love with me. chest pains are getting worse again. My teeth are on my mouth. Everybody still says that I'm a piece of work. I'm thinking about drinking again. Thank you. Why am I crying all the time? Don't you know I lost my Why you crying all the time? Don't you know I lost my mind? Need to see somebody, please. Need to see somebody, please. Somebody's crying in my mind. Somebody's dying in my mind. Why they crying all the time? Don't know I lost my mind. Need to see somebody, please. Need to see somebody, please. Need to see somebody, please. Need to see somebody. Here we're gonna do one last song, and then we're gonna get some Brooke Pridemore soon. Heck yeah! So, and we have stuff for sale. I know there's only a few people here, and you're not obligated to buy stuff. Just in case you want stuff, I got T-shirts and albums, and stickers are free. Sweet. Well, we got it. Okay, this is the the first song on the newest album. I have assembled the saddest navy, circled around my heart, set up a blockade to protect me. No one is getting in, but I am not getting out. I'm safe here in my prison. You could set me free, but you know you might just get stuck in here with me. The rest of the song is on our newest album. It's really good.
Teaser.
Thank you all.
Thanks, everybody.
People like you make the world worth living in. Yeah, the world worth living in. I see you smile and it makes me grin. Time and again, time and again. Oh, time and time again. Before there was you, I had nobody but me to paint my gray skies blue. And now that you're here with me, everything is new. People like you make the world worth living in. People like you, oh, the world worth living in. People like you make the world worth living in. People like you, yeah, the world worth living in. People like you, through the winter and the spring, through the summer and the fall. Your love gives me the courage to be strong. I'm standing tall. Your love is the reason. Your love is the why. Your love is the answer. Your love gives me life. People like you make the world worth living. Oh, the world worth living in. I see you smile and it makes me grin. Time and again, time and again. No, time and time again. Well, there's only one me and there's only one you, and it seems like there's only one thing to do. Put a little more love in the world, yeah. Got to put a little more love in it. Spread a little more love on it. Got to spread a little more love in it. Oh, just a little more love. Your love is the answer. Your love is the why. Your love is the reason. Your love gives me watch you smile and it makes me grin. Time and again, time and again. People like you in it. Oh, time and time again. People like you in it. People like you make the world worth living in. Yeah, make the world worth living in. People like you in it. Oh, you make me smile. People like you in it. Oh, you make me smile. People like you in it. People like you.
I'm messing with you. You don't gotta listen to my baloney. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna play 10 songs. I'm gonna play 10 and a half songs. 10 and 2/5 songs. 10.4 songs. My name's Brooke Pridemore. I live in Brooklyn, New York. It's good to be back in Rhinelander. It's always good to be back in Rhinelander. Here we go. Yep. You don't have to applaud. It's right. You know well enough. I've known you for a long time. You stayed here. You know this is where it is. It's fine. You got that diner I can't remember the name of. You got the best cryptid in the world. You really do. Yeah, you got that on lock. Okay, here we go. I got white glue for the worst of it, and a stapler to keep it organized. I got a long drive to the upper right, and I make fast friends at Ramada Inns. But the police drew their bead on me, made my egress under duress. I got not dogs, and it was not my dog. Trust in sleep death, former Devlin. Took the lone vein to the northern stains. They have hard tea, fake meat Kudagi. And I may not care, but I am always here. And I make fast friends with Ontarians. And I have no fight, take me home tonight. I'll be long gone before you hear my songs, 'cause I do not sing about broken things without some tricks up my sleeve to fix. And I do not sing about broken things without some tricks up my sleeve to fix. And I've got white glue for the worst of it. Thank you. You don't know this, but the events of that tune happened the one time I played Marquette, Michigan, to date in my entire life. We played at the Ramada Inn. It's a long story, and it's not a particularly interesting one, but it did involve a cop confiscating and then losing my ID in Canada, and then having to leave a message with Interpol that I had to cross the border without my ID, but they called Sault Ste. Marie and not where we crossed through, which was a different place. And then they asked me all these questions, and then we still had 8 hours to drive to get to Marquette, and we played at the Ramada Inn. It was the first time I'd ever played a hotel bar, and the second time I played a hotel bar was 2 years ago, and it was the kind of hotel that has a liquor store across the hall from the bar, so it was a different experience. But we play the Ramada Inn. We don't play the Ramada Inn. We play Marquette tomorrow night. It's been 17 years, and we get to play there tomorrow night. The Ramada Inn, no, my family lives in Gwyn now. I know all about how much Marquette has changed, and I called my dad to let him know. And he's like, well, I'd love to come, but your brother may not, because they're like, he's like, they're hippies. And I'm like, that sounds like I'll be fine. Sounds like I'll have a good time. So, okay, that was a sad song about a run-in with the law, and this is a sad song about heroin, but it's up-tempo. So, yeah. It's the lighter, jollier side of heroin abuse. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme, my eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme, my eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme, my eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme, my eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. I nearly lost my mind underneath Phoenician skies. I know and I can see the truth is after me. We know and we don't care. We go where eagles dare. I ran and I can swim, but I can't change the mess I'm in the middle of a pocket scheme. My eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme. My eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme. My eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme. My eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. And in the end it showed I wasn't feeling up to code. Banged another gong. I hoped you tweakers would sing along. When that seam was sewn, he died of everything I've known. I ran and I can swim, but I can't change the mess I'm in the middle of a pocket scheme. My eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme. My eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme. My eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme. My eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Somewhere in the middle of a pocket scheme. My eyes went blank, my hands came up clean. Thank you. Yeah, all right. Getting there. You know what? What? Not in tune. Just listen, you know, I used to be like tune my guitar once a week or so. Then I started seeing this handful of videos where I look like an ass. I know how to play guitar. I know how to tune a guitar. I know how to sing. I know how to dance. I know how to rock and roll. This song's in the key of D. I was hanging by a tendon of the empty hole we dug ourselves in, and thinking, mister, we could use a man like Tricky Richard Nixon again. 'Cause if you nail your best intentions, simple saying, I don't know how to play. I don't know the words to that song. Fuck it, I'm not doing it. Shit. I don't remember it. I just don't. Okay. Sorry, false start. Next time I'm here, I'll open with it. I'm tying a new kind of ball gag. I'm singing a song. A ladder to God would take way too long. A ladder to God would take way too long. A ladder to God would take way too long. So I'm gonna do it wrong. Thanks. That's it for that one. The thing I like about the word ball gag is it's not a swear, and I really am self-conscious about swearing in front of people's kids now that people I like have kids. But ball gag is not a swear, so I say it. Let's just know. I have 2 songs that say ball gag in them now, and just know that when I say ball gag, I'm saying it at the child. That's free. That's like if you're ever bored, you can just twirl a horse upside down in your head. Nobody can stop you. The government can't stop you. And you can't stop me from saying ball gag. I mean, I'm like, it's going to take years to unpack that. This is a song of where do you guys go to the beach here? Where's the beach? Bunch of them. Name one. Buckley Beach. Okay, so just imagine we're going to Buckley Beach. This is a song about going to the beach. Sometimes I wanna leave the living, and I take a ride out to the beach. Wet sand could not seem more forgiving. My problem's not more out of reach. Sometimes I wanna leave the living. When I see the punchline I've become, the one film that warrants a revision, on an old tape that cannot be rerun. Yeah. Sometimes I wanna leave the living. Then I lie recumbent in a dream. Doom knows no end and no beginning. No future pasture to be seen. Sometimes I wanna leave the living. 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 Where's everybody from? Chicago. Around the corner. Everybody else is from Waterford, Michigan, like I am. I wanted to move to Grand Forks. I was applying to grad schools, and they were like, everybody I knew was like, don't go, you do not want to go to college in North Dakota. And it was like one of the full ride programs. I was like, I think I kind of do want to go to college in North Dakota if it's paid for. And they convinced me not to apply. And I was like, Chuck Klosterman went there. And like in my applications, I was having to say, wow, I really admire the work of, and I'm just naming these authors I've never heard of. And oh, you know Ike. I do. Have we been through this already? Yeah. I just met Ike, and then I told I'm exercising my power now on stage to have just a conversation, but I met Ike, and I was like, I've got to tell you this really funny Ike Turner story, which was not even an Ike Turner, like the real Ike, quote-unquote real Ike Turner, but I was like, it isn't even an Ike Turner story, it's a Brian Wilson story, because I went and saw Brian Wilson in 2016 on my birthday. Last second I got to go see, and if you know me, I love Brian Wilson. Because I have a heart with blood that pounds through it. Whenever somebody's like, I don't like the Beach Boys, I'm like, get out of the car. I know you're driving, but get out. You're not getting the aux at your own wedding if you say you don't like the Beach Boys. I don't care. But I saw Brian Wilson, and he came out on stage, and he was like, I want to do River Deep Mountain High. And the band just broke into, I'd never heard the Beach Boys sing River Deep Mountain High, and then they did it, and then he was like, that was okay, but I want to get it right. It's in E, and he counted off the song again, and they did it, and it was like 4,000 people there to see Brian Wilson, and he just had it in his head that he had to get this song right. So then they did the whole set of hits, and it was the Pet Sounds tour, and they come out for the second set, and Brian goes, all right, we're going to get this right one more time, River Deep Mountain High, and he makes them sing it a third time. And then they played Pet Sounds, and I don't know if it was, all I remember about that show was this weird choice that Brian Wilson made to waste everybody's time with this Ike song. So that's what I immediately told Ike Turner about when I met him last year in Rock Island, Illinois. And he must get shit like that all the time, because I was like, you chose it, you know, like. Anyway, enough about people that aren't here. More about me. Before you fall upon the sword, do you even know the Lord? He's in the spaces in between, and I can lead you right to Him. The organist is at the core. His blood is spilling from the gore. The parsonage is at the pew. All we're waiting for is you. I know you don't read no Bibles, and I know that you don't mean to read the books you do. I've read the chapter and the verse. Every sign points back to her. I know what'll happen when we die, but I have nothing like a life. I know you don't read no Bibles, and I know that you don't mean to read the books you do. Thank you. Okay, some up-tempo numbers and then a down-tempo number, and then I'm done, okay? Is that good? Okay, great. I write really sad songs, but I'm not a really sad person. That's called a paradox. I didn't write this song. It's not sad. Ready to go, ready or not. I ask you what you did today, but you snap at everything I say. Ready to go, ready or not. I try to help you through your fears, but you mix drinks with tad-proof tears. Ready to go, oh, ready or not. Ready to cry a lot. When I talk to you, I can't tell what's disease and what's your heart. Yeah, talking to you is like walking through a modern art gallery. and I don't want to sit on the art. I love you to death with no strings attached, except for this one dangling thread that wants to pump you full of lead. Whatever, my love, we're a perfect match, 'cause you're incomprehensible and I'm so fucking sensible. I'll cook your meals, I'll make your bed, I'll figure out what the hell's wrong with your head. When I talk to you, I can't tell what's disease and what's your heart. Yeah, talking to you is like walking through a modern art gallery, and I don't want to sit on the art. You say, don't try to change me. I say, fine, then do it yourself. You say you will estrange me, but you are so strange. You are deranged. I am good for your health, your health, your health. We go to the new Mark Rothko show, and you cry 'cause you'd rather see me roll. And I cry 'cause I don't know what to say. But I like people more than paintings anyway. I think I'd like people more than paintings any day. I used to think you make the richest, deepest blues. But right now, Rothko makes a Rockwell out of you. When I talk to you, I can't tell what's disease and what's your choice. Yeah, talking to you is like walking through a modern art gallery. And while it may be confusing, you're no Joseph Beuys. Thank you. Thanks. Okay. I know. Thank you. I know how it ends. We're almost there. Thanks for your courage. If you're ever like, how long do I have to endure this? I endure it every day, okay? Like, that's what I sacrifice for this. Oh, by the way, here's a quick joke. A man walks into a bar owned by horses, and the bartender says, "Why the short face?" Yeah, that's good. That one was for me. 6 flats in since a new foundation. I am just a martyr for alternative nations. Songs got written and deeds got done. Shit's been real, but it hasn't been real fun. Drink, shake a futon, be a tank coupon. Lend your leg for a brother to regroup. 'Cause the cops are at my door and I need my family. Everything I ever ran away from haunts me. Sitting in the back room, riddled with doubt. I'm praying on my brother from another mother's fallout. What worked once might work again. Name 4 things and then a line about my girlfriend. Grapefruit staircase, steamer trunk, shoelace. Lonely was a tiger, but lacked real faith. I am just the boy whose intentions are innocent. Everything I ever ran away from haunts me. Alano Club won't let us have a show. People in this town, they'll only notice when the chains close. Everywhere I go, yo, they talk real dumb. Tube top Tuesdays never seem like freedom. Hancock coat rack, drum set, vibra slap. I'm weaker than the Beagle Club, but never looking back. My body's gone numb from my brain's insanity. Everything I ever ran away from haunts me. Haunts me. Haunts me. Away from haunts me. Everything I ever ran away from haunts me. Thanks. 2 1/7 more songs. Is that cool? I have no concept of time. Get me 5 days into a trip. All the news, the things that are on the news today, I don't know what's going on. What happened? Oh, I was on tour when the president suspended his campaign, and I was like, I have to get home before that can happen. You can't do that while I'm on the road. It's been really weird. I've been in Europe when a government shutdown has happened. I've been like, well, the TSA is a government agency. That's crippling. I might live in Berlin now, and which I could think of worse third acts in my life, but I've always thought that if I was going to relocate to foreign land, it would be like under my own, like, heavenly guidance, but also it would be like on my terms. I wouldn't just suddenly be an expat living in Germany. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Although I will tell you from traveling overseas, this is a real thing. Nobody talks about this, but like one of the real bummer things about being a musician on the road in continental Europe is in every town there's an American guy that like stayed there. Like Basel's got Basel Tony, and just this guy, and he's like, yeah, man, I played in bands. You can't get a straight answer out of the guy about anything, and he won't shut up, and he's just like, yo, man, I lived all over. I'm like, cool, where are you from? I'm from all over, man. And like that's the worst kind of person. You saw by show of hands, who saw the Yorgos Lanthimos film The Lobster? Anybody? Right. So when they talk about the worst kind of animal, when they turn them, I'm not trying to ruin anything for anybody, but it is a 10-year-old film. You would have seen it now if you were going to. It says so-and-so was turned into the worst kind of animal, but they never say what's the worst kind of animal. That is the worst kind of human. Basel Tony. I hope Basel Tony is fine wherever he is, terrorizing the people of northern Switzerland. The part of Switzerland you can't see the Alps from. So they've got a chip on their shoulder. It's the German side. They're like, it's not the part that's in postcards, but it's still idyllic in a way, in its own way. Okay, this is the title track on my new album. It's called Glad to Be Alive. Yes, thank you. My last album was called Metal Is My Only Friend, and I made it. It's about how I didn't have any friends. And then I made it, and I had friends. And then I made Glad to Be Alive because I wanted to die. And then I made it, and it's all these songs about how I wanted to die, and then I didn't want to die anymore. So I'm figuring out what my next album is about. Maybe I'll make it about how I don't have any money. Speaking of which, I have records and CDs and T-shirts and enamel pins. And the T-shirts have the Grateful Dead Steely on it with my picture in the middle of the skull instead of whatever they normally... Like, I've heard the Grateful Dead, but I just thought it would be funny to spoof their shit. So I don't remember what the normal one looks like. I've only seen the parodies. And I got the idea because I was at a really heady show, and somebody had a Steely stuck on the wall, and it had... Do you know who Doc Ellis it was? It had Doc Ellis in the head, and I peeled it off and took it home, and that's my... I was like, if Doc Ellis can do it, I can do it. He's been dead for years, but if they can do it, that means Jerry's not coming for me. But what would happen if I got sued by the Dead? Get to meet John Mayer? That's fine. I've seen him. He let me tell you something. I have seen men that clearly can't take a punch, and John Mayer is that kind of man. Call him up. Get him on the phone. Let's find out. Send him the link. Send him the link. I'll be here in Rhinelander waiting for you with a sock full of quarters. The world turned on Katy Perry, and so my war with Katy Perry ended. And now I have to have another war with somebody else. Okay. Back in 1995, when I was only learning how to drive, it took a while to know for sure what the pedal on the left was for. With my whole life riding on the line, as my poor old car began to slide, finally came to rest on the divide. No one was around to shade the mess that I had almost made, so I kept going, glad to be alive. Back in 1994, when I was only learning a guitar, it took a while for me to see there were other chords than E, and most good songs are made of 3 or 4. And as my calloused hands began to burn, instinct took the place of what I'd learned. No one was around to say that I had never learned to play, so I kept playing, glad to be alive. Back in 1987, when everything was turned up to 11, I was choking on the noise, 'cause I am not like other boys. And I said out loud, I can't go on living. Then my poor old moms began to cry. Gave me her idea of good advice. I would be an all lonely girl if you ever left my world. So you'll keep going, you're glad to be alive. When the highway meets the path, can I have the seats across the back? I won't sleep the whole way down, 'cause I don't know my way around, and I have never learned how to relax. As my body sank into the floor, meaninglessness folds for something more. It took a while to understand I am guided by his plan, so I keep going, glad to be alive. Yeah, I keep going, glad to be alive. Sometimes I just keep going, glad to be alive. I write a song every day. I've written a song every day since July of last year. I post them to my Patreon every day. At the end of, usually on a tour, I post all 10 of them at the end of a tour. But I ostensibly post every day. For $5 a month, you can hear whatever I write every day. And I will not pretend that they are all good, but they are all songs. And I will promise that for the most part, that's the only place people will hear 90% of them is through that gateway. So if you're interested. 2 in the Key of E, this is the 7th. I live in a place where marijuana is recreationally legal. I don't use it, but I think that's incredible. I think that's a really great thing. I think if you want to roll a doink and smoke it in front of a cop, you should be allowed to. It's your right. It comes from the earth. It is there for us to use. That said, when it becomes legal on a state level and you don't have to listen to somebody's music or play video games with them in order to get it, there's another problem that happens. And this is a short song about that problem that I wrote in Detroit a few months ago. Every boring record store is a boring vape store now. So just be careful. You know, your people are like, it would be so much easier if it was just legal statewide. But trust me, like the regular bodega around the corner from me is now this garish place called Doinks R Us, and you can't even buy soda there anymore. So just be warned. I would hate for them to. What's your favorite place here in town? Like, what's the name of that diner that I like? Friendship House. What happened at Friendship House? They're like, we don't have pancakes anymore. We only have Doink. And it's like, I could get Doink over here. I know nobody says Doink. I don't care. I'm the only person in the room with a microphone. So this is another Song a Day song, and I'll end with this. My friend Avery, I said, how's living in Philly? She's like, well, my girlfriend lives in Jersey City, so I'm there half the week, and the other half of the week I'm down the shore with my band, so I don't know. And so I was like, okay, well, that's my song today, and here we go. It's called Girl/Boy/Me. Thank you so much for having me. It's a thrill after all this time to still be able to come here and play songs. And thanks for whatever you were doing today, skipping it and coming here instead. That rules. Thank you so much. Yeah, my name's Brooke Pridemore. I live in Brooklyn, New York. Thanks to Shuggy, too. Thanks to Shuggy and band, Shuggy and the gang. I'm on tour right now with together both the oldest and youngest person I've ever toured with at the same time. So that's cool, too. Girlfriend lives in Jersey City. I don't wanna pay for gas. Girlfriend thinks I would look pretty if I built the overpass. I don't wanna live like that. I don't wanna wear that hat. Girlfriend wants someone I'll never be. Girlfriend wants someone I'll never be. Boyfriend lives just south of Broadway. You can get there on your bike. Boyfriend doesn't wear bikini, but he'd wear one if you like. He ain't got a mobile phone, so he waits at home alone. Boyfriend is somewhere you'll never be. Boyfriend is somewhere you'll never be. Mornings are for introspection, looking in at what we are. Weekends there for missed connection, if we even get that far. No one's watching from above, and I still believe in love, even if love don't believe in me. You sing that with me? Even if love don't believe in me. If love don't believe in me, even if love don't believe in me. No, I'm a professional. Thank you. Thanks, y'all.